Hello, it's Maura from Do Money Like It Makes Sense. We are on the first level of our financial foundation, and we are going to be reviewing the power of attorney. So your power of attorney. I'm not a lawyer, so get professional advice. And today we're talking about power of attorney. Personal directives will be reviewed in another video, and the will was reviewed previously, so you can find that at Do Money Like It Makes Sense on YouTube if you want to take a look at that and my other videos. So what is a power of attorney? Well, we know a will is a document that informs your estate and beneficiaries of what your wishes are upon death. A power of attorney is a legal document that gives someone else permission to make decisions on your behalf while you are alive. So the grantor is the person who gives the power of attorney. The grantor has to have full mental capacity to assign a power of attorney. And the attorney, despite what it sounds like, does not have to be a lawyer. It should be someone you trust. They're going to be able to make financial decisions on your behalf. They have a fiduciary responsibility to you, the grantor. What do you use them for? So if you needed to have someone look after your financial transactions while you're away. So let's say a spouse is working overseas and the spouse at home is wanting to sell their home. Well, if they're joint owners, having a power of attorney in place is going to make that doable. Think busy people who may designate an attorney to look after their financial affairs. So think about professional athletes or wealthy people or maybe celebrities. Those should be renewed annually. Check and see, okay, was this handled the way I wanted it to be handled? Should I make any changes? And then you can reinstate. And finally, if you are helping an elderly parent with banking or any other financial transactions. So good to know. Do I have to have one? No. And they are often completed with a will and a general directive. So consider it to be a good part of any financial foundation. Powers of attorney can be very broad or very restrictive, very specific or very general. How long do they last? So a normal power of attorney ends if there is an explicit expiry date written into the legal document. The grantor becomes incapacitated. The power of attorney is revoked. So the grantor says, no, you're not going to be my power of attorney anymore. Or the grantor dies and then the will comes into play. The second type is an enduring or springing power of attorney, sometimes called a continuing power of attorney. So a person may put a power of attorney in place before anything happens. So if they have concerns of dementia, or if they think there's a possibility of an accident that could cause a brain injury. So anticipatory. And it must be put in effect prior to the mental incapacity. It allows your attorney to continue acting for you if you become mentally incapable. So it doesn't stop. Like wills, a lot of Canadians don't have powers of attorney in place. And often the will, the power of attorney, and personal or general directives are created at the same time. So you can use a lawyer. There are power of attorney kits, and there are online resources. And I put a link in here. The Ontario government has some great resources on their site. You should check your own provincial rules when you're setting up your powers of attorney. What else? Yes, I am repeating myself. Find someone who is trustworthy. Make sure they understand the role and the expectations, including the time expectations that might be needed. How much time per week? How much time per month? Also, be willing to accept that you may have issues that come up when considering putting a power of attorney in place. And they could include feelings around giving up control, any unresolved trust issues, and vulnerability about sharing your financial situation with others. Thanks for reviewing your power of attorney today on your financial foundation. As you know, if you put everything into place that we're going to be reviewing in these videos on this financial pyramid, you are going to be setting yourself up for a really strong financial future. I'm Maura from Do Money Like It Makes Sense. See you next time.